Hello everybody, this is ZigZagZog coming to you from Western Kentucky. We're back to continue our playthrough of Phoenix Point, and we left off with a surprise discovery. You know, the first area we search and explore down in South America turns out to be our base. What do you know? But with that done, the next question is, I want to head up north up here to where we have a little conflict going in the haven of Kuara. The disciples of Anu are being attacked by the Pandorans. They are outnumbered 5-3 as far as force points go. We're going to see if we can make this massive trip in time. We're going to find out if the Manticore can fly fast enough to get up there. We're getting close to being fatigued where I don't want to go out on a mission anymore, but I think we can squeeze this one in before we got to rest and take a break for a moment. So let's get up there and see if we can't help out with this alien invasion.
Research complete.
Ooh, and we finished fireworm autopsy. The fireworm contains multiple chambers of various chemicals, yada yada yada. The function is to inflict as much damage through an incendiary explosion. Possibly a defensive mutation for Pandoran nests, but has been seen in offensive roles. Fortunately, they didn't explode on us. They came close. It sure felt like they were close enough to explode a couple times. Their strength is immune to fire. Weakness, they're relatively easy to kill and vulnerable to explosives. We'll remember that for next time. They do have a limited high jump capability, so even being up high doesn't... Yeah, they did come down off a few roofs. Potentially, I've seen that in the past, so let's remember that, or try to. It gives us some nice little materials, but we're not going to do anything with those yet. Now in my bases, I had something close to being, okay, 8 more hours before we get our energy generator back online, and then we can pop some power to a couple facilities within that base, and then new satellite. We can decide at that point after we complete this mission if we want to add any facilities to any of our bases, because I'm sure if we're successful we'll get some kind of reward. So let's get up there and see if we can't rescue the haven up here. Gain some more favor with the disciples of Anu. I know we're going to have to start another scan too. That completed on our trip up. Okay, good. The threat level is low. That's good. Daylight, so we'll get to see where we're going. It won't be dark. Attacking strength 3, defending strength, it says 0. But I guess by the time we got there they were pretty wiped out, eh? Attitude changes, so that'll all definitely help us. And then I like the rewards, especially in the materials end. So let's get in there and get ready for this mission. Looks like we have a couple. Maybe you aren't holding all the equipment you could be holding. Yeah, that's part of the problem. And we aren't fully ammified up there, if that's a word. So I'm gonna put the ammo right here in the ready bin, and then we'll give you just kind of a backup couple grenades to throw just in case we somehow churn through that. That's the only thing about the grenade launcher I've noticed is the ammo is very expensive. And we had one other soldier that we had an empty... Yeah, your weapon's not fully loaded, but we hopefully solve that by putting the reload ammo in our ready bay. We'll see if that saves a little time. And then we have an empty slot for you, Buckie. As a matter of fact, who has... Because I think we may have that shotgun ready, and who has, out of all these guys, who has my best mobility? And that is you, T-Bone. T-Bone, I'm thinking, let's get into the equipment over here. Yes, we did build it. Let's try a little fun for the first time with some shotgun ammo. And I think we built some, didn't we? Don't we have shotgun ammo somewhere? Okay, we don't have any backup shotgun ammo yet. Well, I know. Well, let's just do this. because it's instant. There we go. Now we got backup ammo because we gained some materials, so we could do that. There we go. Kind of handy. And you have room to carry a little more, so let's just park one little more grenade up there. So we are going to be able to start testing out and seeing if we can get close range enough. The reason I gave it to T-Bone is he has the biggest amount of willpower and the ability to dash the most, hopefully giving him that ability to get up close to use the shotgun. And then we had one more soldier. Now let's get back in here and not lose where I was. Buckie, you have some open slot. Yeah, you have an open slot up here, so we're gonna get you an extra grenade. Doesn't look like we have any med kits extra. That may be something I want to look at building, or who has. Does anyone have an extra med kit that they're carrying? Doesn't look like, and that doesn't look like I have an extra. So Buckie, you're without a med kit, and we should be all loaded up. Let's get in there and see what the enemy and their strength looks like in real life. Alrighty, here we go. And this Disciples of Honor, their living conditions are not as grand as some of the other havens, right? So it's not super huge, but it's very tight. In fact, we have down here, I see 1, 2, 3, 4 haven members that we would potentially have the ability to rescue right off the bat. I see an area here where we could pick up some potential will points if that becomes necessary. Another will point spot over here, so we'll keep those in the back of our minds. Now the question is going to be, boy, more than some. We're over in the tight area where there's not lots of line of sight, but more than some of these maps, they're kind of, this center area looks a little more open than I'm used to seeing on some of these slum style Disciples of Anu maps. I think, who shall we run over to pick up? Who can I afford to run over there to pick up some, or rescue some civilians? Let's see. I think what we'll do is I actually am going to probably dash you over here just to see if we can't rescue. That spot right there should rescue 2 of them. Well, it only rescues 1, so I take that back. But we can get one step farther, and that's, yeah, there we got 2 civilians under our control now. I really can't see in that building very well, can I? It doesn't give me good vision into that building. It's kind of weird the way this map is reading. Usually I'm used to having it's staying in this ghost image look right here. That's just bizarre. And it makes it very hard to try and click on these characters myself, so I'll just do the old handy dandy tab button. Have that help me out as we start to get these guys evacuated. It says there's, let's see, 8 civilians, so we got, oh, there's another one too. So we got 5 right here in our little friendly corner right off the bat, so that's kind of cool. Let's get you out of here. Civilian, not one of my soldiers, please. And looks like that's the other civilian. Let's run. You don't have range, so we'll just run you over here. Oh, you had to run around, that's why, huh? Now we got to start figuring out where we want to move everybody else. Where is the perimeter we want to set up? There's all sorts of little crates, one right there, one right here, that'll hold some goodies for us. What kind of perimeter, or how do we want to set up? Jeffrey, we can get kind of a good look. We're gonna look down this, get a view down through this little narrow opening here and see what we see. And we'll still have a shot available. Oh, enemy spotted. There we go. We got our first enemy spot. Oh, he's up high. up on the second story. What are these guys working with? What are we dealing with? Not my favorite. Geez. Rocket launcher, grenade launcher, and a machine gun. So heavy duty. These get close enough with these machine guns, they can do some damage. They can blow away some cover. This is my least favorite mutation of the Arthrons. I like it when they're close up, got that shield, and they try to snip you with their claw. Those are the kind I like. They have to get up close to do any kind of damage. So instead, we get the kind I hate, of course. Of course. What kind of a shot do you have from that position? Let's just take a peek. Not a very good one. Not a very good one. But perhaps with that in mind, we have a sniper that's not too far away. We wouldn't have to move you very far, would we, Joan of Arc? In fact, we can. You don't have any quick, but we could move you here and still have a shot with your sniper rifle. And I'm fine standing at this distance. I think I'm okay having you stand in the open. With the range, you outrange him by far, so let's do that. And you have a good enough show. It's not as good a shot as I would have hoped, huh? What do we have that we can line up? Odds are we're going to hit some of that cover. It's in the way. Maybe that maybe I forego some of the Overwatch, and let's see if you can blow away some of that cover to give us a better sniper shot. Do you think maybe we can at least accomplish that? Let's try that, Jeffrey. See if you can bang on that board that's blocking our vision. And hit a little too. But you didn't take out the board, so it still does not open up. Still does not open up. Still does not open up our shot, apparently. Joan of Arc, let's just take one final look to make sure. Yeah, we're still kind of looking at that same kind of shot. Yeah, there's just no guarantee. I guess what we'll do is we're just going to take the aim because that's what you got and see if we can get lucky. Well, we hit. We hit. So this guy's hurting a little bit. We just didn't take out anything important here. We don't have him bleeding, so he's still a threat. But fortunately, he's a long-range threat. So let's start seeing about positioning others to where we can take advantage of this. Obviously, I could probably get another sniper shot over here. Maybe that's what we'll try, just to see if we can't do some long-range sniping and get rid of one of the enemies. It'd be perfect. It'd be great if we didn't have that board in the way. Being carapace that we would hit. I'm just gonna center and hope we get lucky. That's all I can say.
That was a kill.
That was a kill. We got lucky. There we go. One of who knows how many enemies down. So we could go back this narrow way, but I think we're going to work our way forward through this narrow opening and then see what else we can find. Or maybe, now you're the one with my Mega Dash options. Who can I keep? Who can I keep? Buckie, can you get up anywhere over here to help us out? That wouldn't give you Overwatch. Well, I can keep you on Overwatch, but it's not doing much for cover. And maybe I go here with some Overwatch. Let's try that. Not that that's going to block you on this side. That's something's blocking you. It says we have coverage in the front. I don't know what that is giving you cover in the front. It's hard to tell. I guess there's a little half wall there or something. Let's give you up here and let's try a little Overwatch from there maybe. Of course, it only gives you an angle right out here, so I'm not thrilled with that. We're going to use one of your dashes just to get you in a, try to get you in a better position for some Overwatch. Maybe you can pop in right up here, and then you can Overwatch from there to cover this opening.
Moving out.
Okay, and we don't have any sight, so let's just set a wide swath for the Overwatch. And we'll kind of go out this way. And finally, I may just run you over and grab a few more civilians while we're at it. We'll get one right here. That is our job, right? To rescue some civilians.
On my way.
Let's see if any of them have a little speed to get out of here, unlike that one guy. Yeah, you're like that other guy. No speed, no speed. Okay, we can evacuate you. And finally, you have no more movement. Is there any place I want to keep you? We might as well. We'll just move you back into this cover while we wait. And I think that is it. There, that should be good enough. Let's see if we gain some vision. Oh, we got one up pretty close. We damaged his machine gun, so hopefully if he takes a shot on us, that's going to make it a little harder to be effective. Oh, boy. Return fire, though. We'll pay for that. I think we did more damage than he dished out, and I'm happy with that kind of exchange. Ooh. Okay, we got a lot of these heavies all of a sudden moving in on us. Do any of my snipers have any decent shots?
What's our plan?
We can kind of get vision in through there. I kind of like the idea there. So maybe what we do is we'll keep you in the open, hoping we can get rid of these two that would have a line of sight. And then let's see what you got over here. Pistol. Phoenix handgun. So it's an upgraded pistol from probably what I have. But it's still a pistol. And does it, I forgot to check, does he have any of that chameleon stuff? Oh yeah, pain chameleon, perception range is doubled. He has an ability to spawn mist. Yep. What we're going to do is see if our snipers can get active or action on these guys up front. You have a shot on only one, only this guy. So Joan of Arc, let's see if you can take care of this guy. In fact, let's see what this angle gives you, because if you have to, we can step you out. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I like the idea. Now we could take out his launcher arm, but I'd rather do physical damage like here. He has a soft spot on the leg. Let's target the leg and see what we can do. Well, we got good damage on that one. So we've got both worn down. Now let's hope,
Receiving. Loud and clear.
Alexis, let's hope you can do a little quick aim magic. And you hopefully can get the quick aim magic on this one right here. And we did. Now we just got to do it one more a time. A little quick aim. And let's get out there and see if we can get an effective hit here. And I think we might be able to do the same thing if we get lucky on this guy.
One less to
That's the way to mow them down. Love it, love it, love it. That leaves a lot of assaults available for me. And these guys can get out of here. That's 2 saved. I see 2 more over here. I've lost count of how many civilians we've even gotten out now. It says we have 8 to keep alive, and I can't believe there's no counter on this UI, anything that tells me how many I got out, because Lord knows I'm not one that's going to keep track of all that. I think we got out 4 so far, and that would mean 2 more over here is 6, so that's my best recollection. And you know, you don't count on my recollections if you know me very well. So let's see. We would love, not knowing obviously how many more enemies are out there, but boy, wouldn't we love to get some shots on a pain chameleon. In fact, where is my shotgun? Where is the shotgun? And it's right here. So I'm thinking I just dash up to a really close shotgun shot over here, and then hopefully whatever damage we miss, if we don't kill them, we can follow up with the rest. And if we activate some more, we can hopefully follow up with the rest. So let's dash. You got the ability, T-Bone, to dash 3 times. Oh, you can't get through that building, so you got to go around the alley. So I'm glad you have 3 dashes. Let's get you started right here. And you may have 3 dashes, but you also don't seem to be the fastest guy in the bunch here. But I still think we'll be able to get close enough. And so far we've not found another. We have 1, 2 deaths. Is there? Oh yeah, 3. So we've killed 3 of these suckers already. The guy up high, we got a nice shot on him. Yeah, we'll use, and we're heading out into the open, but let's use this dash and get up super close to this guy. Now see if we see anybody else. No. And here we go. I'm liking the shotgun. We can almost, it's telling me, in fact, if I take him out here, that may just get rid of his pain chameleon so he can't disappear on us, right? And so everybody else can pick up the slack. Let's give it a shot. Did we take it out? Disabled torso, so he cannot disappear. We're just going to let you have all the fun here. T-Bone, I don't see anybody else activated, and you're in some cover in case somebody else wanders in. Let's finish it off. Way to go. Is that it? The pause. We did it. So I guess getting here to the Haven late, perhaps we had less enemies than normal, because there was only 4 that we were up against. That seems a little lighter than the last time we did a Haven defense. So I'm wondering if getting there late to the game cut down on the amount of enemies we had to face. Buckie, you did get some injuries, but we're going to have to go back to base anyway to restore some. I think we're a little exhausted at the moment. And just so you know, I edit out the loading screens because I think they're a little excessive in this game, but I do keep up the little tidbits. I give you a glance at the tidbit that appears at the beginning of the loading screen, so if you need to pause to have time to read that, that's why I do that rather than just editing it all out. There's sometimes some great little tips you see down there as we're all learning the game. So that's how I do the editing there. And look, we picked up some fun stuff. Disciples of Anu Blade. Some ammo we can't... Oh, a med kit I can use. There's your med kit. I think it was, what, you, Buckie, that didn't have a med kit? We now have med kits for everybody. Then we got a bunch of Disciples of Anu shotgun. Is that the shotgun that I've developed? And so I may have found some ammo for the shotgun that I have. We'll find out if it's the right kind of ammo for what we need. And his rewards are amazing.
I come bearing a message from the voiceless Hierophant. Words do not matter. Everything written is ash. Everything spoken is wind, but your actions show promise. Let the rite of hunger commence. Are you ready to make a sacrifice for our faith?
Well, seeing as how I own the food category right now, 1285 up there, I'm thinking I will make the sacrifice. I've already committed for right or wrong, best or worst on a first playthrough. The Disciples of Anu are the ones we are trying to get the friendliest with. So let's make that sacrifice, see how much we upset everybody else.
The voiceless Hierophant will be pleased, and you will gain new insights and come closer to the perfection of the body. May your journey to the blind legate continue.
All right, 15 skill points obtained. New Jericho is the one that likes us least for doing this. And why don't we, I think I'm going to head back to the base. We got a little healing, although it should be a quick heal. I'm more concerned about the stamina that we got here, whatever that white bar is exactly called. Let's head back to the base. Oh, we got a new attack that just popped up. Definitely, defending force outnumbers. So let's get healed up, let's get our stamina back, and we may do yet another Haven defense for Arena. Let's head back to the base real quick and also find out if we can spend any of these goodies we got while we're healing up. Definitely got to work on finding extra capacity so we can start increasing the number of soldiers we're hiring, and therefore makes sense to either build or I'm thinking eventually steal an airship from someone. Let's get in here. Research. We got some new research. We can reverse engineer the Dragon's Tooth. Yeah, not super important yet, maybe. So we'll put it in there though, just so it's lined up and active. It's Dragon's Tooth by the Disciples of Anu, and I'm wondering how far up I got to get in diplomacy that I start getting. So we're up to 41%. Something happens, I believe, at 50%, and another something happens at 75%. Maybe, if we're lucky, at 50% we get to use all their weapons, and then at 75 it might be all their research we have access to. Something like that. But we're learning, we're going to figure it out when we get there. Our bases, I want to take a peek because we had that one. We can afford to do some repairs here. But let's look over at this one. We finished the energy generator, so we can increase our food production is now a positive 8. Boy, our food is telling us higher, higher, higher. We just don't have our living capacity, living quarters. So maybe that's something we need to look at building. Store, that's for other items. Yeah, maybe what we need to do is build some more living quarters, and let's see if we can afford to do that. Living quarters, 250. Yeah, I think that's where I need to go because that's how I want to expand next. So we're going to get some extra living quarters 2 days from now. We should be able to start looking at hiring again. So that's, I think, a worthwhile place to spend some of that money. Do we have shotgun, shotgun, shotgun? Let's find my shotgun. No, that's Hell cannon. Shotgun must be up here. No, that's the handgun. There's the shotgun. And it's the Mercy magazine. So that's a Phoenix shotgun. Now, that's not the shotgun. So I'm going to build some extra shotgun ammo. Can you tell I enjoyed using that shotgun? Build a couple. And then I also want to get a handgun built for Joan of Arc, because she's a sniper without a handgun. So if I use her 3 action point shot, it'd be nice to have a handgun that she can also back up with a second shot with. Let's build one of these. It's going to use up most of my materials. In fact, I probably shouldn't have built 2 of the shotguns, but we'll get those backup magazines for the handgun. We should have enough handgun magazines at the moment. Let's spend a little time. I'm thinking there's not much else we have to do. Now, one thing I did do between episodes is one of the two characters has been renamed. So if you're interested in a character, we still have one left for you to become, at least at the moment, and we will be getting more eventually. Camille could become your character. She is a berserker character, and we can talk about how we want to utilize her and build her up, but we've added Sigourney Ripley Weaver to the team. So welcome, Sigourney. We'll be taking you out soon once we get you promoted and once we have more holding power on the Manticore. So let's spend a little time, heal up, get rid of our stamina issues, and then head out to another, I'm thinking another Haven defense. Okay, elite training, construction, oh, that was in a different, so let's see, they're still defending, they're still outnumbering everything over here. We're looking good over here. I think what we're going to do is join them, but we'll hold off and do that next mission. I want to keep this one nice and short. I've had a few other long missions and a couple other my other playthroughs, and I need that rendering and editing time so I could afford to have a nice short mission in here. So bear with me and join me next time as we do another Haven defense for the Disciples of Anu, gain some more favor with them. This is ZigZagZog signing off from Western Kentucky. I would love it. I would love nothing better if you can subscribe to my channel, hit me a like, let me know what you think in the comments, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.